Yeah. We Raider.
Let's go.
We Raider. Yeah. Black flags fly, let the rivals beware. Silver flash cut clean through the desert air. Discipline and violence, same breath, same pride. Open to the strip, we never divide. Legacy written in pain and in fight. Commitment to excellence, born for the light. From the black hole to the desert sands, we rise, fists high, we make a stand. Legacy eternal, can't fade the brand. Yeah, I'm with the nation, no imitation. Silver and black, that dedication. Max out the edge, that's detonation. Quarterbacks pray for salvation. Crosby rushing, crowd eruption. 4 down, stop, that's disruption. Commitment to excellence, no discussion. We Raider born, that's construction. Yeah. Vegas lights, whole city shining. Black hole, that whole team grind. From the bay to the desert, we still aligning. Raider nation, timing, we ride. When I look in your eyes, I see the light out Davis. Look at my eyes, you see greatness in the Death Star posted in Vegas. Raider nation, stand up, we Raider. 7 black hands up, we Raider. Next on the edge, that rush, we Raider. 4th and short, that's us, we Raider. Wave that flag, no fear, we Raider. Loud so they all can hear. Vegas lights, we shine, we Raider.
Roll the dice, I hear the game on the line. Can't believe I'm really watching this live. I had a feeling this the year they bounce back. I can see him in the West, dressed in silver and black. You see them Raiderettes, they be so fly. She going crazy when she meet me, she shy. I guess she know I got my mind on a mission. Silver and black, the colors on me, this a religion. I need that championship, trophy or not. I told my girl I'ma be gone, I'm watching the game. She laced up boots, said you know I'm the same. Lights flash, crowd insane. Silver and black in our veins. Come on, Raiderettes, let's go Raiderettes. Hey. Silver and black, they the best, dancing hard, no rest. Come on, Raiderettes. Hey. Light up the set, Vegas nights, that's a flex we love. No Raiderettes, hey. No Raiderettes, no Raiderettes, hey. No Raiderettes. Yeah, baby, I can never let you go. You're my Raiderette, you're my Raiderette. Go crazy, baby, you could put on a show. You're my Raiderette, you're my Raiderette. For my Raiderettes, they be going crazy, and I love it. They be in my head, and I can't get them out of it. They up in the stands, yeah, they bring in that thunder. Spirit of the nation, yeah, you feel that hunger. When they in the dance, they gon' let me know it's come on. Raiderettes, let's go Raiderettes. Hey. Silver and black, they the best, dancing hard, no rest. Come on, Raiderettes. Hey. Light up the set, Vegas nights, it's a flex we love.
Big moon rising out in the desert. Raider nation getting together. All the outlaws on the run. Put the pedal to the metal when they hear the hum. Fires in the night, cast shadows. Cowboys, renegades, gamblers. Spirits in the air like the ghost of Val Davis. They said the autumn wind is a pirate. That's right. It's like you can hear it on the wind, sounding like 100 Harley Davidson. In every city that we in, either with us or against us, we came here to win. Loyal to the silver and the black. My people, are you with me? We can never look back. Raider, loyal to the silver and the black. We can never look back. We can never look back. Pride and poise, the boys in the black and silver. When we go to war, we take no prisoners. So if you're going Las Vegas, bring your heart out in your lunch pails, baby. 'Cause you can't buy commitment. It's Raider Nation till I'm buried and finished. And we don't
Nation.
Uh,
Happy Saturday, Raider Nation.
Woo! That was a lot of me.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what happened to me? But wow, we are buzzing in the chat this morning. All right, let's get straight to it.
Oh.
Got Milo saying Raiders.
Dog.
And then Accelerator says the Raider Nation's power couple is in the building. We appreciate the kind words. And Jack here says, "What's up, Raider Nation?"
What's up, Jack?
Yeah,
Don't hit the road.
Jack. Malo, the flags representing, and also good morning, Raiders.
Raiders.
And here's a great question: you guys going to the game on Sunday? No, I mean, short TLDR. No. I've been to 199 games, and I really want my 200th game to be at Allegiant Stadium. So I'm skipping out on going to the actual game tomorrow. We're going to go hang out at the tailgate, though.
In the parking lot.
Yeah, we're going to hang out, have a good time with everybody because LA really knows how to do it. And I love the atmosphere out there. So we're going to go out there, hang out, tailgate. There's a watch party at the casino across the street, like across the parking lot. So we might go over there, but during the World Series, I realized I'm too old for watch parties, so we might just go home. We're playing it by ear. We're gonna see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
So first of all, the energy at SoFi, I think, is when the Raiders play there is the closest to what Oakland was. They have one lot. We've already got. There's one lot, the pink lot, that everybody tailgates in, and you get those rows of Raider fans with the tents and the canopies and the trucks, and
You got everybody there. Like the LA people come down. Some of the
LA Raider fans.
Some of the Bay Area people come down.
Yeah.
And it's just a live happening.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the tailgate. That's what I look forward to. I still think, I know people are like, oh, I don't think as many people are gonna come because we're so bad, but
oh no, LA shows up every time.
For a lot of people, this is the only game they can get to, so there's gonna be Raider fans there.
And I have the We Raider shirt on right now. We're gonna be at the party tonight in Montebello. I'm gonna give out some shirts there, and if we have any left, which I'm kind of expecting us to, I'm gonna bring them to the tailgate tomorrow too, and we're gonna celebrate the holidays early.
Merry Christmas from We Raider Santa.
And then Malo said, or no, Jason said, "Salute Nation." Yeah. And Malo said, "That's the Raider Frenchie, or Raider the Frenchie." Excuse me.
He's a bad dog.
Like my brother-in-law's dog, it looks like.
Yeah, wearing a chain last night.
And then Chewy says, Raiders.
Love the new logo, Chewy.
Oh, yeah, that is actually really nice.
Yeah.
And Accelerator says, Raiders 95, Chargers -3.
Yeah. Okay, if you were making NFL rules, how would you make a negative point? Like, what would it require?
It'd require them to miss a field goal.
What if that was a rule? That would be insane.
Like fantasy football.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
So dun dun dun. Baker charge it.
Come on.
Baker Raiderette, my old enemy. You're going down.
When you bake, you don't even have to bake a dozen because there aren't that many of you. What?
And then Malo said, I'm not going to the game on Sunday. It's my protest.
Sure.
Yeah, that's, like, you hope things are going to be different, but given the history, the tickets are really expensive. Even the parking is expensive at SoFi. Like, do you really want to spend your hard-earned money going into the game?
Yeah,
like,
and
I don't blame you if you don't.
Not to talk trash on another stadium, but like we have had our issues at SoFi.
Yeah, SoFi is not very user-friendly.
No, it's not my favorite to drive all the way to and park and walk through it. It's a lot.
And Baker Chargette says, I shall defeat Baker Raiderhead.
Is that a challenge? I will literally see you in the parking lot.
She's there mac and cheese right now as we speak.
Bacon.
LA.
Nice. Yeah. You know, shout out East LA, best tamales in Los Angeles, in my gringa opinion. So shout out East LA. Awesome.
And then Accelerator wants to know, how are you going to defeat Baker Chargette? She's a very formidable opponent.
Well,
good question.
I'm gonna bake better, faster, harder,
Stronger.
and I think that will be enough.
All right. And Accelerator says, I wonder if Greg Olsen will put the O-line guys back in their original spots. We have like millions of questions that we're hoping are going to get answered tomorrow.
I mean, I think this is really the crux of like, it's going to be interesting to see how the offense performs with Greg Olsen. You know, like when you fire a head coach in the NFL, or even, I don't, college is maybe different, but when you fire a head coach in the NFL, a lot of times the team comes out razzed. You're like, yeah, let's go. And they like want to play really hard for the interim head coach. This feels a little different.
Well, it's not the head coach. It's like the offensive coordinator now.
Right.
But I do feel like, I mean, they did say that the practice, Pete Carroll did say it felt different about the practice.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't know. Like, there's a lot of speculation going on. Some people are saying the Raiders are trying to save face by blaming Chip Kelly on for everything, which could be the case.
Yeah.
Like Tom Pelissero, he put out a bunch of stuff, and we're like, is this really true? Like, the stuff he's saying is pretty damning.
Yeah. I also want to say, like, I don't like Tom Pelissero. I mean, he's an analyst, like he's on NFL Network, but like
he definitely knows.
Yeah, he knows. But so does Rich Eisen. Like, Rich Eisen doesn't have just anybody on his show. I'm not saying it's true necessarily, or that it's like all fully true, but like Rich Eisen, I find always has like reasonable kind of balanced takes, and he, you know, like he was.
No, Rich Eisen is a legit guy. He's not a hack. He
No.
doesn't like. He already has the viewership.
He's not sensationalist.
Yeah, so he's not gonna just go out there and let anybody say whatever without like putting some kind of disclaimer in there. So, I mean, Rich Eisen is highly trusted in my book, and Tom Pelissero too. He's a legit NFL media guy. He's not us. He's not like, well, somebody told me.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't want to believe what he was saying, but at the same time, it's reasonable what he's saying, which is outrageous at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think we just have to wait until tomorrow to see what happens.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's going to be interesting to see, like, if they utilize Ashton Genty more, if Gino plays better. Like, I don't expect... Is
the offensive line going to get shuffled again?
That is a really good question.
According to Tom Pelissero, the receivers weren't set in motion, so they're on the wrong side of the field. Are we going to see receivers on the right side of the field now? Like, there's so many questions.
Do you think if the Raiders come out with a more solid game plan and Gino plays like slightly better, do they have a shot at winning, or what is this going to look like?
I mean, the Raiders beat the Patriots week 1, who is like, at the time we thought were like, whatever. They ended up being a really good team.
Yeah.
The Raiders, they competed with the Bears. They should have won that game. They missed a field goal to close the game. The Bears like manhandled the Eagles yesterday and are one of the top teams in the NFL too.
The Bears might be I don't know if they're the hottest team in the NFL, but the Bears are
they're on a streak right now.
Yeah.
And then the Raiders should have beat the Jacksonville Jaguars too, who are in the playoffs right now, which is crazy. Yeah. So could the Raiders compete? I think so. Like, I know I'm kind of a homer, and but like,
we know this team best.
If the Raiders have beat the Bears, the Jaguars, and damn it, I just forgot who the other team was that they should have beat.
The
Bears.
Broncos.
The Broncos, yeah. If they beat those three, all three of those teams are in the playoffs right now. If the Raiders had any competence at all, and if what Tom Pelissero is reporting is even somewhat true, it doesn't have to be fully true. Like how could you say the Raiders can't at least compete with the Chargers and possibly even beat them?
Right. Well, so I have two things to say. One, I think the games that we got blown out, I left those games feeling like, what was the plan? Like the Colts game, I was like, what was their plan on offense? They didn't seem to have any like plays scripted.
No, it was just bad from the start.
Yeah, it felt like they really didn't prepare or have any semblance of like, we're gonna utilize Ashton Genty because like, you know, they're I don't know. I left feeling like there was no plan. And the other thing I have to say is I don't know that the Raiders are gonna win on Sunday. Like the Chargers are still a good
I feel the Raiders could do it. And the Raiders always do this. The Raiders are they like right when you think they're down and you feel like there's nothing left, they go and they beat a team that nobody's expecting them to beat.
They beat the Chiefs on Christmas.
Yeah. And then you get your hopes up again, and then they come out and get blown out again. But there's always this game where you're like everybody expects them to lose, and that's like almost every game at this point. But they go out there and they win. I mean, the Patriots game is a great example.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you have an East Coast game. The Raiders suck in the morning slot.
Outside, it was raining.
Yeah, it was raining. Geno Smith is an indoor quarterback. There's all these things, and the Raiders went out there and they stunned everybody.
Yeah. No, I was really hopeful after that game because that was the other thing I was going to say is like the Raiders offense is abysmal. We are, I think, 32 in the power rankings now. Who cares about power rankings? But like,
and deservedly so.
For sure. We have people say we don't have any talent, but that's not true. Like, we don't have enough of a solid offense that plays together. But we have Brock Bowers, who like, sorry, George Kittle and Travis Kelce, but like Brock Bowers is every bit as good as them.
I think the best way to wrap this part up is Tom Pelissero. Like, if you guys didn't watch the Tom Pelissero, Rich Eisen interview, like I'd advise you to go watch it after our show, of course. But he gave the craziest stat. There's only 3 guys on the Raiders offense making more money than Chip Kelly.
Right.
Geno Smith, Colton Miller, and he said, and Ashton Genty is making like $100,000 a year more than Chip Kelly, which is wild. So you have like an offense that is not getting paid money here, but you could still produce with them.
Yeah. So like if I don't think much is going to change with the offense. Like you don't walk in
you're more than halfway through the season.
Right. And you don't, you can't
make wholesale changes. You could make fine adjustments and tweaks.
Right.
But yeah. Right. And then let's get back to the comments because they're piling up again, which we appreciate everybody in the comments, everybody smashing that like button. Thank you guys. And here we go. Some more comments. Accelerator said it would be crazy if Geno Smith started playing well under Olsen.
But stranger things have happened. So let's see.
All right. Geno Smith could be a decent quarterback. He's not a superstar. Greg Olsen, he's like an okay play caller. He's not anybody I'd want to keep long term, but like from what it sounds like, anything is better than Chip Kelly. So maybe you get a few less sacks. Maybe Geno Smith completes a few more passes. I would love it if this worked out and the Raiders are forced to keep Greg Olsen because they start winning.
Oh my God.
No, I would. Like, I don't want the Raiders to like lose. Like, you want them to have a good draft pick.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you have chances to win, like, God, they feel so much better.
Yeah. Well, the draft is like, we worry about the season now. We worry about the off season in the off season.
Yeah, it's like when what's his name? God damn him. blowing my mind right now because it's pretty early and I haven't had my first cup. I'm finishing up my first cup of coffee. Antonio Pierce, when he won a game, like a meaningless game, and they told him like, how does that affect your draft pick? He's like, talk to Tom Pelissero. Like, that's not my problem.
Yeah, we figured it out. I mean, we did we drafted Brock Bowers at what, 13 or 14.
Yeah.
So.
All right, and then Malo says we get that W tomorrow.
That could happen. We never know with this team.
Yeah, I don't think the Chargers are an elite team, and they're definitely beatable, especially like without Joe Alt. Like, I'd love to see Max Crosby get like a Myles Garrett revenge game. All right, and then Raiders C-Dub says Raiders.
Right. We're gonna hear that a lot tomorrow, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Accelerator says, Baker, I haven't ate a morsel of processed sugar in 4 years. I would consider breaking it my fast for your shield brownies.
Man, I gotta try I have a really good brownie recipe. And what I used to make these cookies.
Can confirm the brownies are pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, and he's a hard critic. He said my apple pie was okay, and my family was like, this is the best apple pie I've ever had. Anyway.
Jim's mom, I go to the bathroom after I like dismiss it as being okay. She's like, John hated your apple pie.
Yeah, we all were like left staring. But then I like print out the Raider logo and I used to make cookies with that. So I have to try that with the brownies.
All right. And then Brian says the Patriots are the hottest team right now. If we didn't beat them, they only have one loss this year, which I think if the Raiders played the Patriots week 2 or 3, because that's another thing. This interview with Tom Pelissero was really good. I know I'm going to keep plugging it, but it was it fed what we wanted to hear basically. And he said that Chip Kelly's offense got figured out week 2.
Well, it did. And I guess you don't want to hear that your team is yet again and your organization is dysfunctional, because I think that gets into the bigger issue of how do we attract a good, and I'm not saying Pete Carroll's not a good head coach, but we've struggled so much to attract a head coach. He talked about the Ben Johnson situation, Tom Brady wanting him. Ben Johnson wanted nothing to do with the Raiders. We do need a plan after Pete Carroll. And so that's another reason, I wouldn't be mad if the Raiders won. I want eventually
a successor in place. Yeah, definitely. Then Accelerator says Dennis Allen is a genius defensive coordinator. He may be an awful head coach, but he has mastered being a DC. Yeah, he's like the Josh Allen of defense. He's a great defensive coordinator. That's how he got the job with the Raiders, because he did so good in Denver. The Raiders thought, here's a young defensive coordinator. Of course, people were like, the next John Madden and blah, blah, blah. Turned out he didn't have the personality to be the next John Madden. But yeah, great defensive coordinator, unfortunately.
Yeah. But there are you realize even just from the Raiders, there are several coordinators who just cannot be head coaches. You said this yesterday and I hated you saying it, but Josh McDaniels is an incredible offense coordinator.
Apparently Cliff Kingsbury too, which I also said, it was By the way, we were driving home last night because we did the family tour for Thanksgiving. By the way, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving Day, we spent the day with Jim's family. That night we drove to the Bay Area, and we spent yesterday with my family, drove back home last night so we could be back here at 9 a.m. with everybody. So thank you guys all for sharing the love. But I don't listen to the radio when we're driving. I might listen to a few We Raider tracks over and over and over again, but for 5 hours, you can't listen to 5 songs. So we talk about what's on our mind, and the Raiders are definitely bothering us.
The Raiders have been bothering us for years.
Yeah.
We always say we're not going to care, and then
we care.
Yeah.
Louise says, beat the Chiefs. We actually talked about that last night too. We're like, all right, so the Chiefs have to win out to get into the playoffs, it looks like. How great would that be? Week 17, Raiders at Chiefs. You got all these Chiefs fans going to Allegiant Stadium because they love Allegiant Stadium more than their own stadium. Don't blame them.
this is a game that this is the only game they can get to. And some fans will go and not go to the game. They'll just tailgate, which is also.
But how about the Raiders and Chiefs? You win and you're in for the Chiefs, of course. And the Raiders just hand them a big serving of humble pie, and the Chiefs missed the playoffs because the Raiders ruined their playoff run. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, I can actually, because I think that that would be I mean, if you look at the Chiefs schedule, I think they play the Texans. I think
That's probably like one of their harder games.
Right. But it is in Kansas City, I believe, so that's kind of tough. I mean, harder than it's always harder to play away. Unless you're the Raiders playing at SoFi. Not that we've won in SoFi, but we have more fans there. But yeah, their schedule is such that I think there were 2 games we pinpointed that the Chiefs could lose. The Chiefs are kind of a gamble this season. I don't know.
Yeah, but their fans are spinning out of control right now, which
They're
is great. Yeah.
No offense, but kind of nice.
6-6, and they're like, I depended on them for my anxiety, and I'm really feeling depressed.
That's not recommended. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I would, yeah.
And Jack says, I went to a Raiders game versus the Patriots football game a week with my dad and my brother. We went there for the home opener, and wow, all I could say about Boston is I love Dunkin' Donuts, and they're everywhere. And there are a lot of trees. I'm not fond of driving at nighttime because it's not a freeway like here in California where there's they got trees. Somebody could pop out of nowhere and you won't even see them till it's too late. So not a fan of driving at night.
Yeah. We don't understand the concept of woods here. There are woods in New England and Boston. And Boston itself, we didn't quite go into Boston proper, the city, but driving in Boston, the city of Boston was built to confuse the British troops. So it is not a fun city to drive in. It's not a grid. It's great.
Yeah. And Brian says, so these two have a talk show, but don't engage the conversation because they're both talking heads. We're trying to get through the comments as quick as possible. And yeah, we do like to talk a lot. So that's why we're here. And then Accelerator says the only tight end that might be as good as Bowers is Trey McBride.
Yeah, definitely.
He has saved my fantasy team.
Yeah, I was going to say, every week you're like, ugh. And thank goodness for him.
Yeah. All right. And then let's see here. It says, but Carroll is a good coach, just not with a crappy organization. Yeah, that's another thing that we were talking about last night is if the Raiders fire Pete Carroll, because a lot of people are saying, let's fire Pete Carroll. Let's fire Pete Carroll. I'm not opposed to firing Pete Carroll, even though he is a Hall of Fame coach, Super Bowl champion, national champion. But you're not going to fire Pete Carroll just to fire Pete Carroll. You need to have a solid plan in place. Because let's be honest, if you fire Pete Carroll, who is going to want to coach the Raiders at that point?
That's my concern. Yeah, I agree. We've seen Pete Carroll's pedigree. He won a Super Bowl and a national championship. He is a good.
And apparently he's rolling with Tom Brady's offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly.
Right. So yeah, that's where you kind of question, just is he who fits into this organization as a head coach? It's who is gonna be okay with Tom Brady decisions, but also steer the ship. It's not an easy job, I would imagine.
No, there's a lot going on, and
there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, apparently the Raiders have no idea what they're doing. And Accelerator says, Brian, go find a hobby. Thank you. We actually blocked him because we are trying to keep this a fun show here. And then John says, at this point, wins hurt more than losing. Think draft position. Get the best offensive tackle this draft. Yeah, like they do hurt the draft position, but at the same time, it's nice to have something to like look forward to. Like I do want to have good draft position, but I do want to win too.
So,
And I don't know how to balance the two. And right now, I think I'd rather just take the wins.
so I completely understand the draft position like question, but I don't know that coaches and GMs like players especially function that way because like for a player, every game is a tryout for the next contract, the next. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is like
It is, yeah.
players are not going to go out there and like half ass something.
Yeah, they're not gonna tank so that your team could get their replacement next year.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So, while like I know that like half of Raider Nation, if we win on Sunday, is going to be upset because it does mess up the draft order. But I also just don't think that's how like coaches and players plan games generally.
Yeah. Then Louis says, trade Max Crosby for some good picks.
That's also been a
Conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% opposed to it. I would like to have seen a better draft class before I want to do these wholesale changes, though, because the guys that they drafted, like, let's be honest, like, what good are these draft picks going to do if they're drafting Jonathan Abram and Henry Ruggs and all these guys that aren't going to be on your team? Like when John Madden traded Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper. I'm not opposed to it, but I would like to have seen a better draft before we start saying, hey, these guys could pick up young talent. Let's trade away these aging players. Max Crosby's like still about to in his peak prime position, though. If you trade him, like you get a good haul and you do something good with it, sure. But like when John Gruden traded Khalil Mack, people were irate.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not a bad thing because one, you're saving a lot of salary cap space. You could pay like a couple players, like good players, not an elite player, and you could draft like really good with 2 first-round draft picks. And did the Raiders do that? No, they did not draft good. They did not sign good players. In fact, I couldn't even name a player that they signed in place of Khalil Mack's money that actually did anything. You got to have, I think you need to have a strong system in place before you can trade Max Crosby.
Yeah. No, I also just like don't necessarily trust the Raiders.
They'll get hosed. I feel like they would get hosed.
I hate saying that too, but because I want to be excited. I want to draft a quarterback. I want to draft a power offensive lineman, but I'm like, you drafted Tyree Wilson. Like what? Like I know that's different.
Defense and offense. Yeah. But like you drafted Alex Leatherwood, and like usually offensive linemen drafted in the first round are like at least serviceable. This guy can't even make it on an NFL roster.
No, and you've said before, like the draft is actually won in the later rounds. Max Crosby.
Yeah.
The Raiders have been crap at the first round. Yeah. So.
All right. Then Accelerator said, did you see my Jonathan Gannon question? I must have missed it somehow, but I'm guessing it was
do you think we'll pursue Jonathan Gannon if the Cardinals fire him and Pete leaves? He's a much better coach than you think give him credit for. So I think that's a possibility, but again, I think
would Jonathan Gannon want to come to the Raiders?
Like, what would you offer? Would you offer him more money? Mark Davis? How many coaches will Mark Davis be paying if we fire him?
God, like he's going to be paying Chip Kelly $18 million over 3 years to not call plays for the Raiders.
Yeah, right. Like that was the Josh McDaniels situation too.
Yeah, I mean John Gruden's still making money. God. Well, they probably have a buyout, but like theoretically, like they're still paying the years of it.
Yeah, right. Like I think the point is just like when are we going to end this carousel of like
paying somebody. Like I do think Jonathan Gannon is a good coach.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm kind of reserved to one. Like I honestly don't see why any coach would want to coach for the Raiders right now. Especially if they fire Pete Carroll, then I really don't see I don't think you're going to get a big name. Like last year, Ben Johnson didn't even want to interview with the Raiders. And that's not like a poorly calculated decision on his part.
No, well, look at the Bears. I think that if you fire Pete Carroll and you want to attract a young head coach, like you're gonna have to guarantee them, and they're gonna have to feel like their job is safe for at least a couple of years, because they don't want to get fired after a year when they don't have the talent, like the people that exactly that they need to like succeed. And
well, I mean, like Pete Carroll came in and they like Tom Brady hired Chip Kelly, apparently is what the rumor is. It wasn't Pete Carroll's choice.
right.
And Pete Carroll's a Hall of Fame coach. So if Tom Brady isn't going to give Pete Carroll that slack, what is he going to give a younger coach? Like a younger coach is going to want their own system in place. They're going to need time to develop their system. I don't see like why any like legit coach would want to come here.
Yeah, like I mean, Mark Davis seems to be like a reasonable owner, but then like a lot of his decisions like are not reasonable. It's also frustrating that like the Aces are so successful. I know it's a different sport. WNBA is a completely different organization. But like Mark Davis, I guess, has the power to be a winning owner. It's just completely different situation.
Yeah, like they got a lot of problems to work out here. And then Malo says, I'm the 2024 Fantasy League champion trying to go back to back like the Dodgers. Congratulations if you do.
Yeah.
I think I am officially eliminated from the playoffs, and I do not like fantasy football. So I said last year, like I was not going to play again, and I ended up, and I realized why I hate fantasy football. So this is my final year, and I think I'm out of the playoffs. Like, well, come Sunday, Saquon Barkley didn't do me any favors. We'll say that. And then Accelerator says a lot of great O linemen come in the third and the fourth rounds. We don't need a high draft position. Well, we got 2 in the third round, and we still haven't played them yet.
Was JPJ the second round? He was not the first round.
I'm all out of coffee, and I need a refill. I don't know for sure.
But yeah, no, that's a good point. Like drafting an offensive lineman in the first round, I guess takes away your draft.
You could get elite defensive or offensive linemen in the first round.
Well, the Chiefs didn't they draft?
Well, like the Chargers got Joe Alt in the first round.
Right.
Yeah.
So no, it's definitely possible. I think that coach or like GMs see the shiny toy a little bit and tend to draft like
like drafting an offensive lineman isn't sexy in the first round, but it's kind of essential.
Yeah.
And Josh said we need Mendoza. We need an offensive line too. Like we need there's a lot of needs on this
team. I go back and forth. I'm like, I want to draft a quarterback, but I also like yeah.
And Mark Davis cares more about boxing than football. I can't say I blame him because his team is not good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in Vegas too.
And then coaching for the Raiders is far better than coaching for Bidwell. Bidwell family are the worst owners in the NFL by far. Now, actually, the Raiders report card, the NFL report card, the Raiders are like they cater to the team, which is good, but they have a really high turnover rate. And if you're a young coach, you don't want that high turnover rate because that could ruin your career. If you make the wrong career choice to go coach for the Raiders, things probably like in the past 20 years haven't worked out very well.
I think like the NFLPA has always given the Raiders, or not always, but has since they moved to Vegas, has given the Raiders very high marks for like facilities and food and training and even like family care and like I think players
they're doing everything right, but besides football.
Right, exactly. Like, I mean, even like people will say like, oh, Sandra Douglas Morgan, like, can we make something clear? Sandra Douglas Morgan, president of the Raiders, is not in charge of the football things. Like, she is community relations.
You mean she wasn't in the war room for the draft and decided to go Ashton Genty?
She could have done that, but like, she is doing a fantastic job with community relations in Las Vegas and like brand partnerships. Like, the Raiders are going up in value every single year despite the awful play on the field. So I like, she's my girl, so I have to defend her. But
And Louis says no more big name coaching hires. Yeah, like they haven't worked out very well for us. And I really think, like, unless you have this solid plan in place, I don't know. But I think writing out Chip Kelly and hopefully this offseason letting not Chip Kelly, I'm sorry, Pete Carroll. Writing out Pete Carroll and finding his successor is like kind of a good way to go. But like this offseason is going to be just like every offseason. We have no idea what's going to happen. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of surprises.
Yeah, as usual. And we're going to get excited and then hopefully have a reason to be excited.
Yeah, let's see what happens. But we still have like a good amount of season to go. So let's hope things turn around for the better with the offense, especially. El Witch Doctor says, El Kukui. Hey, are we on the same side? El Kukui and the Witch Doctor? And what? Jonathan Gannon listens to the show. Hey.
We get everyone on our show.
Yeah, I ain't coaching you scrubs. All right.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you, Jonathan Gannon, but hey, you know what? Like, we have a nicer stadium. So
yeah. All right. And then will you email me and tell me how to transfer Sino songs to YouTube? I'm not tech savvy. Well, first you could either just upload it, like you get a video editor and you upload it, and you could put like some blank screen. You could put lyrics, captions. You could put a picture, and you could just upload it that way. Or you could pay a distribution service, and they will upload it for you into YouTube Music. I use DistroKid to upload my music. Yeah. So there's your tech tip of the day.
Hey,
because I'm kind of tech savvy.
I'm not tech savvy, but my tip of the day is always put more salt than is called for.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna take.
Oh yeah, you have to take your.
Be right back.
You got your macaroni and cheese in the oven. All right, so now we could talk Greg Olsen a little bit more. What do we expect from Greg Olsen? Because this is his third go around as the offensive coordinator for the Raiders. First go around, 2014, possibly one of the worst teams in NFL history. The Raiders started off 0-10. Derek Carr was still a rookie. You didn't have Amari Cooper yet. You had a lot of question marks going into the season, but you did have a solid draft. You had Derek Carr in the first round. No, Khalil Mack in the first round. Derek Carr in the second round. Gabe Jackson in the third round. Reggie McKenzie nailed the first three picks of that draft. And Greg Olsen was his offensive coordinator. He did help develop Derek Carr. You could really say that he did have like the odds stacked against him. He's been around for a long time, and he's worked with big coaches like John Gruden brought him back. And John Gruden is an offensive guru. He worked with Sean McVay. He was like a glorified quarterbacks coach, aka offensive coordinator. Same role with the Raiders and John Gruden. He's a really good quarterbacks coach.
That's good. Maybe he can give Gino some tips.
Yeah. So he does like to run the ball, and we're gonna hopefully see some more running the ball. he did a press conference the other day, and from what it sounded like, he's the opposite of Chip Kelly, where Chip Kelly wants to have load management for Ashton Genty. I feel Greg Olsen is like, let's run Ashton Genty into the ground until we can't run him anymore.
I'm down for that, honestly. I think he could take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Accelerator, lost my mouse there, says Greg Olsen was a great baseball player for the Orioles.
There's so many Olsens.
Greg Olsen's.
There's multiple Greg Olsens, and then there's Matt
tight
Olsen.
end, yeah, the pitcher.
Yeah, like, isn't there also a commentator that's Greg Olsen?
He's also the tight end, Greg Olsen.
Okay, yeah. Who Tom Brady took his job.
Yeah. All right, and then let's see. I'm literally gonna call it hobo music. That's awesome. Like, you could make some pretty good tracks in Sino.
Yeah,
So.
I've been listening to them.
Yeah.
They're catchy.
And then Louis says, you have a great day and enjoy the game tomorrow.
You too, Louis.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully enjoy it, and
Luis.
hopefully we're gonna have like the greatest post-game celebration ever. We don't know, but like the odds are stacked against us. I'm sure ESPN has our win probability.
If the Raiders win tomorrow, I will buy out one of those hot dog carts and
just hot dogs for everybody.
dogs for
Yeah.
everyone. Maybe Chargers fans can have them too. Sad hot dogs.
Oh yeah, we could give them consolation prizes. Like, here's a hot dog. Here's a hot dog.
Yeah. So we'll see.
God, why is there no NFL tab on my ESPN?
Wow, you are tech savvy, but your phone has been wigging out. So
well, I got a new phone and I haven't fully got it. Maybe because of no games today and they want me to watch soccer.
Oh.
Yeah, who knows? But
sorry, no offense to soccer. Just yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next.
Okay.
So, what do we think of bringing in Mike McCarthy for a few years, like as a head coach? Mike McCarthy. I think the Cowboys are another organization that I don't know. They've turned it around. Like they look like a completely different team after the bye and playing the Raiders.
I'm not opposed to it, but at the same time, like, who is he going to have for his offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator? Like, what are the I need to hear the full story.
Yeah, well, I think that my point is Mike McCarthy is familiar with playing for an organization where the owner is kind of God and makes decisions, sometimes not great decisions, and so it's hard to say how successful he could have been without so much interference, I think.
Yeah. And then Malo says tamales for everyone sounds better.
Maybe we should buy out a tamal cart.
Tamales.
A tamales cart.
So by the way, I was looking up on the ESPN app the Raiders chances of winning, and they give them a 27% chance.
Yeah, that's about right.
20, the Chargers are 72.8% chance of winning.
Okay. I mean, it is their home. I
guess.
Well,
LA is Raider Nation.
They have a quarterback. Yeah, hell
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Accelerator says, what about Kukui for head coach? Hey, I'm not going to turn if Mark Davis wants to hand me, a couple $1 million a year for 10 years and fire me after 6 weeks. I will gladly take that job.
We could finally get a studio in our home.
Yeah, we would have a home with a full broadcast studio.
Get a pool.
We could broadcast live from the pool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have to worry about yelling Raiders too loud because we live in an apartment, and if we yell it too loud, the neighbors might be like, let's call the apartment complex and complain that these people are making a little too much noise.
Yeah. Maybe we could live next door to Andrew Friedman.
I'm not. Would he complain? No. He'd be calling the cops. Yeah, these two people, they moved in a month ago, and all I keep hearing are these Raider chants.
Yeah. We'll have Dodger chants, so he'll be fine. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. He might be like, these crazy people.
Yeah.
Very good question. Yes, we are. I could
Yeah, this is our office that we share, and
as you can see, Jem has quite the collection behind me.
yeah, I have a lot of books.
In that corner right there, I could claim the pod track.
Some of that stuff is our gifts that have been given to me by Kukui. So,
But like I said, I can't claim anything except for the pod track in that corner. Oh, and the football too.
right.
And I'll take the bobblehead. But
We have a lot. We're blessed to attend many sporting events and get gifts and promotional items from a lot of them.
But eventually we would like to have our very own studios each.
Yeah.
Well, office / studio, because we do run a business, both of us.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So now that we got the important stuff out of the way, let's get the even more important stuff in here. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? I gotta say, we've had some pretty good stuff here. Like Adam Schefter tweeted out he doesn't like apple pie.
Oh my god!
Lost 2,000 followers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, actually, wasn't it Ian Rappaport?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Ian Rappaport. Ian Rappaport said
Rap sheet. Well, first of all, he did it in a very abrasive manner. He wasn't like,
he went for blood.
Yeah, which like I'm sure rage bait was a thing, but he wasn't like, you know what? I don't like apple pie, but you guys do you. He was like, apple pie sucks, and like,
and he was like, no apologies either. He was like,
no,
that was
he
bad.
doubled down when he was asked about it multiple times on national television.
Yeah, and the tweets were hilarious. So like, he is un-American.
Yeah, like traitor, treason, like get out of here. He lost 2,000 followers. That's wild.
That's insane. All right. So Jack here said, my Thanksgiving was good. I went to my grandparents' house on my dad's side.
Nice.
That is great. Like I love to hear people having good times, especially during the holidays when Thanksgiving, like John Madden says, is all about football, food, and family.
I love John Madden.
And I'm pretty sure he meant it in that order too, right?
Yeah.
Football 1, food 2, family 3. Yeah.
No, that's right. I mean, you inevitably like do stuff as a family when you're watching football and making food or like fighting over like who's making food. So yeah.
All right. And then Malo said stuffing is my favorite.
Same.
I do like stuffing. Here's the crazy thing, and maybe something changed in my life, but I don't really care for turkey. I love ham, and like I would have like a little piece of turkey just to be festive. The last 2 turkeys, like the turkey that we had at Jem's parents' house was like really, really good.
Yeah.
And my mom made a turkey too.
It was good.
And I found myself wanting more, and I usually like eat the minimum turkey just so people don't look at me like I'm some,
anti-American.
Yeah.
Rapport.
Well, like I liked it, and I was like, wow, like did something change in my taste buds where this turkey tastes like really good?
I think sometimes you get a bad version of something, and you're like, oh man, like I don't like this.
No, like it's been my whole life. I just haven't been a turkey advocate.
Your taste buds do change. Like I didn't used to like, I don't know, like I didn't used to like certain things, and now I eat them. I used to like certain things, and I think because you're a bit of a picky eater, my taste buds have been
changed a little.
I used to eat lamb like every week. My family's Italian.
I tried it one time, and the aftertaste was just too strong for me.
It's strong for me now too, but yeah, because we don't really eat it.
And Accelerator says, I used to be 540 pounds. Now I'm 320 pounds. I don't cheat on my diet too much, even on the holidays. Yeah. Man, that takes a lot of dedication.
It's discipline.
Yeah, and congratulations to you. Like my biggest, I was 338 pounds. So I do know how it feels. And like, yeah, I do find myself cheating a lot more than I used to, but like, congratulations to you for staying on it.
Yeah, I think like I had to kind of take myself out of the conversation of like cheating, because I eat better when I like don't think about it as much. Like I got into the cycle of like every meal planned, every like thing. And then I was like thinking about food, and I was like, I want a brownie. I want all this stuff. And when I don't think about it as much, I don't like crave as much, I think. But
right. And then Baker hit my parked car in 2023 and drove off.
Well, statute of limitations is over, so sorry.
Like sometimes I feel like you guys are listening to our conversations, because yesterday a song by Baby Bash came on and Jam was like into it. And my sister was the DJ. And I told her, it's like, it's crazy. My friend actually hit Baby Bash's truck and we drove off.
Like nowadays, like the cameras, like, yeah, you could tell, but I don't know. People don't think I'm a very good driver, so it's possible.
Yeah, I do all the driving, and I always tell her, like, she'll offer to drive, and I'll say, no, I value my life too much, right. Which is kind of a joke, but I do like driving. I feel a lot safer when I'm driving compared to anyone else. I've been in accidents. I haven't been in quite a while now. I feel like I learned a lot, and I do a lot of driving. I think I'm a pretty safe driver now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Then don't like apple pie. What? That is un-American. Tell the guy to move to Canada and eat maple pie. Yeah, going back to Ian Rappaport and his not liking of apple pie.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Scott Van Pelt? I actually back him up on this one, because on Sports Center he said, I don't like pumpkin pie, and you don't have to pretend to like it. Nobody likes pumpkin pie.
He was like a little bit gentler about it. He was just kind of like, I don't like it.
No. He was like, you don't have to pretend you like it either.
Well, yeah, but like he wasn't like,
he's not Ian Rappaport.
No, I like Scott Van Pelt a lot, like in his Bad Beats segment, but I don't know. I made 2 pumpkin pies because my sister wanted them, and I found, like, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin itself is just a food that is like, you have to dress it up a lot, and at a certain point, it's like, are you just eating?
I'm with
sugar?
Scott Van Pelt. You have a crust, and you literally have a can of pumpkin, a vegetable, and you just dump it into the crust. Like, how is that a good thing?
What is the best pie then?
I mean, I guess you have to say, like, in the pie categories, chicken pot pie.
So it's savory. Okay. I made a very good chicken pot pie.
Yeah, I will co-sign that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. But I guess if you're talking desserts, like, I guess apple pie wins by default. I'm just not a huge pie person.
Yeah, I mean, I've had really good like custard pies, but I think that the best pies get so close to being ice cream in a crust that, like, I don't know, pie is hard for me. I'm a cake person. I have no qualms about that. Like, I love cake.
And I'm an ice cream guy.
Yeah, so pie is just.
So Accelerator says you guys should run with the Raider Nation power couple thing. Yeah, I'm kind of like I don't like to label myself, which I know it sounds kind of weird, because, like, for years I dressed up in Oakland and it was like, oh, he's a super fan. Oh, this is Kukui, he's a super fan. And I was like, we're all fans. Like, I don't like to title myself anything other than like the baseline stuff. Like, I do appreciate, all the kind words that everybody says, but I like to just, I don't know, like, I guess surprisingly, as much social media as I do, I kind of like to, like, just stay kind of low, if that makes any sense.
Well, I think what people, like, don't always recognize, which, like, rightfully, is like, you and I are both, like, actually pretty reserved and not shy, but, like, we're introverts. Which is not to say we don't like going out and, like, meeting new people and everything. Like, of course we do, but I think we're not the type to, like, walk into a party and be like, yeah, I'm here. Like,
yeah,
we kind of are like, all right, what's going on? Who's here? Like, assess the situation.
Somebody get, like, where can I get some water? Like, yeah, that's my first thing when I step up into Like we go to a watch party or whatever. I'm like, okay, I need water.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's see here. My friend got into a car accident in high school with me, jamming too hard to Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's a banger.
That is like, were you inspired by Wayne's World, or like was this like, because they jam out to Bohemian Rhapsody in there too? Yeah. And then said I don't like pumpkin pie. Like it's you're not alone.
Yeah.
And then here we go. Chicken pot pie is the best. Like that is definitely the best pie.
It is. Well, I think like if you're gonna make like it's a full dinner, right? Like it's one pot.
You got some
protein,
vegetables.
starch.
You got your carbs. Like it's good.
I actually mauled a huge piece on Thanksgiving before we even ate turkey.
And then like when it's nice and hot, fresh out of the oven, and it's like cold outside, and you got the steam coming up.
Right?
Yeah, it's very comforting.
Yeah. It's actually like not bad for you either because you got vegetables and protein, like balance.
Yeah. And then I'm getting really hungry now. Actually,
I know.
Accelerator said chicken pot pie, huh? What strain was the pot? I think it was gold medal flour, right?
You know, the best pan or pot, if you will, for a baker is Fat Daddy-O's, which also sounds like it could be a blunt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wonder if they did that on purpose.
And we need to highlight this one because try Black Forest pie.
Have you ever had Black Forest cake?
I have.
I think it Black Forest cake sometimes doesn't have a ton of flavor. But when it's
I like the cherries in it though.
It's good. It's really good.
Yeah. Have you ever had Black Forest pie?
I haven't had the pie. Like I've definitely made the cake before because you're a cherry fan.
And chocolate.
I'm down to try. Yeah, chocolate and cherry. Like
all right, we're gonna need to look this up and give it a try. And I have never even heard of this, so thanks. Like this is like a mix between a pie and a cake. That's a hybrid thing.
Yeah.
Do you know the feeling when you're flying your boat trying to park a spot while boiling waffles and then your socks get dirty?
That's a lot. That's a multitasking.
I don't know. Like that sounds like I'm like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas with like God knows what going on.
Flying your boat. That alone, I can't say I know what that's like.
Yeah. And Malo says Mary Callender's has great chicken pot pies.
Mary Callender's is dope.
Yeah. It's a shame that there's none. Like
I know. I don't even know where there's one close to.
Yeah, like I found one and I was like, ooh, look at Mary Callender's. And there's like a bunch of stuffed animals in the window, and they're like no longer there.
Oh.
Well, the stuffed animals are there, but Mary Callender's is no longer there.
Oh, the stuffies have taken over the
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, there used to be one in Concord when I was in the Bay Area younger, and they had an awesome breakfast buffet. I'd go there on the weekends, and
love a breakfast buffet.
Yeah. Accelerator says, fantastic fun show as always, guys. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Perhaps shepherd pie. Looks like a cinder block, but tastes really good.
Yeah, I love like a meat pie, like shepherd's pie. I like moussaka too.
You know, my son's favorite is shepherd's pie. He loves shepherd's pie.
Oh, and
like just the name, I was like, what? But like, yeah, you can't go wrong with the shepherd's pie either. You want to go on about the shepherd's pie?
No, just I agree. Like I should actually make that this week. That would be a good dinner.
Yeah. Then I like when you guys do night shows because I'm 2 hours ahead of you. So if you do a show at 5, it's 7 p.m. by me, perfect time. Hey, I'm trying to get into more lives. Like we used to like only do one per week, and then we went like on a 4-month hiatus, like during the off season, and we had a lot of baseball going on. The mornings seem to work out, but maybe during the off season we'll get one morning and one in, and one evening one in.
Yeah, we're trying it out. Thanks to everybody for coming on and commenting whenever we do a show. We really appreciate it. We wouldn't have a show without you. So
yeah, like you guys make the show with all your interactions, your questions, your comments, your smart remarks, like all that stuff all gives us something to feed off of, because like I'm gonna be honest with you. I woke up this morning, I was like, should we do the live stream? And like, yeah, let's do it. All right, like what are we gonna talk about? It's like, Well, there's Chip Kelly and Greg Olsen, and that's all we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys really help us out and give us something to talk about and to interact with everybody. So thank you, everybody, for that. And then, ooh, here we go. What's your opinion on what stadium has the best
Ooh,
food,
good
Mr.
question.
Foodie?
Like in all of sports or like football?
So I'm gonna like just say like they're like the food in stadiums has really improved like over the last couple of years. And like Dodger Stadium, especially like I remember they used to have their all you can eat outfield pavilion,
Yeah.
$40, and you could go grab all the hot dogs, all the peanuts, all the soda, chips that you wanted. Like, of course, I'd load up on the hot dogs for $40. Can't go wrong. But the food wasn't great. And like over the last few years, Dodger Stadium has really improved their food, and we work with the chefs at Dodger Stadium. But even with all that, I'm not going to say they have the best food because the company Sodexo, they don't do a lot of ballparks, but they're I feel like they're a newer company, and they actually did work with us for the Colts game.
No, they're wonderful.
And wow,
Oh my god,
they have like next level stuff. They do the food at the Seattle Mariners, which I think there could be an argument that the Seattle Mariners have the best food in sports.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue against that. I like it because I mean, first of all, they do a really good job of bringing in really good local food.
Yeah, they have this pizza place that it opened up during COVID, and they had a 30-day wait to get your food. Like you order your food today, you'd get it like 30 days from now.
Make an appointment, 30 days. Like,
well, no, you buy it online.
Well, I know, but like you have to like.
And then they text you like, "Hey, your pizza's ready to pick up."
Yeah, like it's.
Yeah, like there's not a 30-day wait anymore, but they brought them in, and it was a fusion pizza. So like you're getting something new. It was like Filipino inspired, but then you have like the Detroit style, and the flavors just like that was a really good pizza, and everybody knows I love pizza. And at first I was debating on not even trying it because I don't want to stand in a line for pizza. Like I don't like standing in line for food.
No, I mean, when you're hungry, especially, that's the worst. But
yeah, and like they had the corn dog that was like dipped in queso, and then it was like coated in Takis. Like never even tried anything like that. You had the Godzilla dog.
Yeah, that was good too. Like it was interesting. It was like a Japanese kind of inspired hot dog, and it was. I was excited.
And so we made videos about the food at the Mariner Stadium, and they told us like, you know, if you come down to any of these other stadiums, let us know. And we looked up their stadiums, and they did the Colts food, and the Colts had amazing food too. Like they what do we have? We had like that sausage that was like wrapped in a waffle made with like a local bourbon syrup.
Yeah,
it was almost like a corn dog, but it was like a sausage waffle. They had surprisingly, like I didn't go to Indianapolis thinking I'm gonna have some pretty good tacos.
Yeah,
they had good tacos.
Yeah, they did. Like the chef was like, "You guys might actually like these, being from LA," and we were like, "Wow, yeah, these are pretty good."
Yeah. So I would say anything Sodexo is a safe bet. Right, here we go. What is the workout for today?
More eating.
Today, a little bit of a recovery. I might do a little bit of elliptical. Like I'm a big elliptical person because it's not a high impact on your joints. You get the arms and the legs moving, and you could adjust the incline, the resistance. So you get a pretty decent cardio workout from a machine. So that's usually my go-to for like an early morning exercise. But it might be a day of recovery. Have to make a few videos. You're going to the Trojan game. I need to get ready for the Raider Nation takeover that's going on today at 5:00. Yeah, so we got a lot going on, and we're here with everybody, which we appreciate you guys for sticking out with us, or hanging out with us. Then, do you have a workout for today?
I don't have time to work out today.
Okay, yeah, you got mac and cheese in the oven.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in the city, Monterey Park, there's Mary Callender's. There we go. So we got a
That's not too far from us.
yeah. So there we go. We found a Mary Callender's. We could probably. I wonder if they have the breakfast buffet too, on the brunch buffet.
Oh, maybe.
Side question: I heard stories about how dangerous LA is. Is it more dangerous than Chicago? You know, I haven't lived out here very long. I feel pretty safe. I feel like a lot of times, it's more like just being aware. Like there's some things you don't want to do in certain areas. Like for example, like you guys could tell I'm definitely by far not into gang stuff. But back in San Jose, like I had a friend and I go to her house and I found a pair of jeans that I liked that were like a bright blue color. And yeah, I don't think, you know, like, hey, these are like a nice gang color. I just like I like the color blue and I bought them and I go to my friend's house and she answers the door and she's like, "What in the hell are you doing? You can't wear that around here." I'm like, "What? Like, what's wrong with it?" Like, I like them. And then her mom is like, "Whoa, I like you. You're brave." And I was like, "Whoa, like what?" I'm just so like being aware of your situation. Like, is there bad spots where you could get into trouble? Like, I feel like that's even in the safer areas. Like, we lived in Pleasanton, which was rated like one of the safer places to live in the United States. And just walking down the mall, like there's syringes like on the side right there. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, and
Yeah.
it's starting to get a little dark. And I was like, all right, maybe we should leave this area. Like, this isn't a good area. Like, there's obviously some areas where like Skid Row, where like there's a lot of homeless people, and it's pretty wild around there. Like, probably don't want to go there.
Well, so for both the south side of Chicago, I've lived on the south side of Chicago and I've lived in LA like for a lot of my life. I I don't want to get on this soapbox, but like Skid Row is an area that like the city of LA has like terrorized a little bit. Like unhoused people deserve space to like live and live in a like they do. And I think that a lot of times like police terrorize that area. Police do that on the south side of Chicago as well. Like, so it's hard. I think it's hard for us to say, like, as people that have never lived like homeless people, we don't know if it like we are safe generally, like,
Yeah.
but yeah.
All right, so here we go. Stadium hot dogs are gross. They're made of horse nipples and skunk tails.
Suddenly I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like a hot dog isn't really like the gourmet food that you're going to eat, but sometimes they're good.
Yeah.
All right. And then Marlo says, "I'm out, fam. Love you guys. You guys are fun, good to watch. Can I get a Raiders?" You could. Hopefully you're not out yet, so we could get the Raiders. Sorry, neighbors. Yeah. All right. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And then Good Pizza says, "I love you too, Kukui. Thank you."
Oh.
Rivermount says, "Exercise." Yeah, we definitely need to get some in. And I'm actually going to start like posting more of my exercise, like going to the gym and stuff on my Instagram, because I've like been going in and out of working out, and I'm going to get back to it starting this week. All right. And then Accelerator says, "Have you guys ever given money to a homeless man?" Yes. I don't know if you have, but I remember one time in Berkeley, I try to do a little different though, because one time in Berkeley, some guy asked me if he could have like $2. I'm like, yeah, sure. And as soon as I did that, I got hit up by like quite a few other people. I'm like, dude, I only have so much cash. Now, if somebody asks me for money and they're on the streets, I try to feed them. I like actually that same day when I gave the guy some money and I'm like, hey, I don't have cash for everybody, but if you guys are hungry, we're outside a place called Fat Slice. It's like, let's get some pizza. Like, you guys want pizza? I'll feed you guys. And we actually did that on a Skid Row too. We were sitting down eating a burger, and somebody said that could they have like some money like they haven't eaten in like 3 days or whatever. And my friend that was with me was like, we're not going to give you money because we don't know where that money is going to go to. But if you're hungry, if you haven't eaten, sit down with us. Like we'll get you some food. And so I try to give them something other than cash because not everybody is going to spend the money on food like they say. Like you would hope so. But if you buy them, like if they're hungry and they need some food, or even if they need some like a jacket, some clothing, like I will gladly give them the assistance that I could give them at the time. But I try to steer away from giving out cash because one, uh, you give it to one, like you kind of feel like you got to give it to the other one, and then like I don't carry a lot of cash with me,
Mm.
but you like you want to try to help these people out if they're hungry, which like you would imagine a lot of them are. Um, that's what I do. Like Jem, she probably would hand over all her cash and then some. But
When I lived in Chicago, I was in divinity school, and we had our project that like a thing that we did that was like a learning like that we had something called the night ministry, and it was like a mobile home that we drove around at night, and we actually had a couple of doctors that would come with us, and so there's like we would offer people like free shots if they hadn't had like basic like immunizations, food, healthcare, and then something that I think a lot of homeless people don't have access to that like we don't always hear about is like sanitary napkins and pads and tampons. So we handed out a lot of those because um, homeless people have periods too. So yeah.
uh, thank you for saying that, Baker, as a former homeless man.
Yeah, like I don't have experience being homeless, but I have some experience working with the homeless population, and like everyone's just people.
Yeah. Uh, The most dangerous places I've ever been to by far are Detroit and St. Louis.
Ugh.
Detroit, like I've never been to St. Louis, but Detroit has a lot of abandoned buildings, which
It's a sad it's a
yeah,
sad thing.
it's like you don't know what's going on in those abandoned buildings. You, um, like it you didn't feel like it was a little eerie in some areas. I think abandoned buildings like kind of set the tone for an eerie situation, I would say.
Well, there's no like even the businesses that were there, like there's no potential for growth. There's no like
Yeah.
kind of functioning society, I would say. Like it's yeah, that's sadder to me than like the south side of Chicago has tons of problems, but there are a lot of people there. And like there are like local businesses that you can frequent and support. But it like it's a different kind of situation.
Yeah. All right, then Aaron says safety is about staying aware of your surroundings and following your instincts when you have a bad feeling about where you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like,
Even in Oakland, like, you know, a lot of people would say like East Oakland or like where the Raiders played was not the safest, but yeah, it was just about like,
being aware, like keep to yourself. Like don't be
yeah,
like,
you don't need to like cause fight. Like I often think like instigating things is how people get in trouble.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Accelerator says, you're a solid dude, Kukui. Thank you. And then did you guys ever see my story? There's been media stories about me being homeless to college journey. Uh I have not, but if you want to email them to us, that would be awesome. Like
Yeah.
I would love to hear them.
Yeah, absolutely. I just like side note, I wrote my this is like very different, but I wrote my dissertation. I wrote a chapter of my dissertation about the original hobos who traveled. They were like temporary workers, and they helped build the railroad in California. And they would have these little shacks along the route, and they had this code where they would like leave like food and blankets for the next person who like came through. So they had these little like stop places. Very fascinating, and it definitely kind of helped me understand like where hobo culture came from.
Wow. All right, so we talked a little bit of Greg Olsen,
We've reached
a little
the
bit of
end
Chip
of our-
Valley. We did Thanksgiving.
We need more coffee.
Yeah, we definitely need more coffee. We've gone way over an hour, so thank you everybody for keeping us in the chat for over an hour, which is our goal. You know, we like to do an hour. We're gonna be at the Raider Nation celebration tonight, the Raider Nation takeover. So if there's anything good there, we'll definitely produce a few shorts to highlight it. Tomorrow, the tailgate, we're gonna definitely have some content coming up there. I mean, hopefully the Raiders win and we could like have a post-game celebration. But and then Monday morning, we're gonna back at it again with another live stream. We'll go over what happened on Sunday. If you guys like all this stuff, we appreciate everybody for liking and commenting in the chat. Check out the Raider music. Uploaded a new song every Friday. We downloaded or uploaded Come On Raiderettes yesterday. And we're gonna continue our weekend. So thank you everybody for coming along with us.
Thanks, y'all.
You got anything you want to say before we end the stream?
F UCLA and go Raiders.
Go Raiders!
Raiders!
And let's take over LA again.
Yeah.
Man.